devils, demons, spirits, they seem to enjoy taunting us and scaring us and having an effect on us. It seems like we're their entertainment. They've been cast out of heaven, the fallen angels that came down with Lucifer, and then all the other ghosts and spirits that are bound to this earth, because when they left their bodies, they weren't filled with the Holy Spirit. And so at death, they're earthbound and they're bored. They don't have much to do. So they like to entertain themselves with us, like a cat with a mouse. They get some kind of pleasure out of watching us suffer or run, or them have an effect on us, because they don't have a life of their own. So they want to affect our life. But the only power we have against them is through the Holy Spirit. Jesus Christ gave his life so we could have the gift and promise of God, which is the Holy Spirit. And that is the Spirit of God in us. And that's the only power that we really have over the devil. Now, I know some people that are these demon hunters, whatever you want to call them, ghost hunters. As a person, as a creation of God, you do have some power over your own will to not have to obey spirits. But when you get into demon spirits, you need the Holy Spirit, because demon spirits, they came down here to rule, and they don't respect anything but the Holy Spirit. Now, they might play with you and pretend like they do, but spirits just want to taunt you. Just like one time I was in this house, I've probably told this before, but in my room where I stayed, I prayed so much that the spirits wouldn't come in there. But this house was a haunted house. And sometimes in the middle of the night, my sister would come in there and she'd say, "Diana, can I sleep in your room tonight? There's a little boy at the foot of my bed and he keeps turning the light on and off." And I'd say, "Oh, okay." And then one time my mom and stepdad left. They went out of state. And so I laid down on their bed one afternoon to take a nap so I could answer the phone if it rang. Back in those days, we didn't have cell phones. And I fell asleep and I was dreaming. And then in the dream, the phone rang. Well, the phone really rang and it woke me up and I answered it. And on the other end of the line, something went, "Rah!" And it startled me. I just woke up. It scared me. And I ran down the hallway and then I ran back. And then I said, "Wait a minute. I'm a Christian. I belong to God." And so I walked down there. Somehow I knew where that spirit was. And I looked up where it was at. It was invisible, but I knew it by the spirit. I said, "Who are you and what do you want?" And that spirit left. Well, this house had some spirits of people in it. And after my mom and stepdad sold the house, some other people bought it. And not too long after that, they burnt the house down, probably for the insurance, because they said the house was haunted and they couldn't live there. So why was the little boy at the foot of my sister's bed turning the light on and off when she was trying to sleep? Well, he was having fun with her because he didn't have a life. Why did they scare me on the phone, roaring like that, and chase me down the hallway laughing? But when I told them who I was and wanted to identify them and told them that I belonged to Jesus, they left. So they play with us for entertainment. Don't let them scare you. We have more power than you think. If we let them scare us and we think they have the power, it gives them the power and they will torment us. So don't let them play with you. Just if it's a spirit of a dead person, send them to the light or tell them they can't be here, that they're dead and they need to go somewhere else, and leave you alone, or you're going to pray that God sends them to hell. And the same thing with demons. You ask Jesus by the Holy Spirit to bind up that devil, to cast him out, anoint your house with oil, all the entrances, the windows, and pray as you pray in the Holy Spirit and to Jesus, and ask Jesus to bind up those spirits. And you resist them and you tell them the only spirits welcome there are the spirits of God, Holy Spirit, the Holy Spirit, angel, Jesus, and the angels that Jesus sends, and no one else is welcome there. Now, every now and then you may have to anoint it again and resist them again, because they're always going to be knocking on your door and trying to get in there to torment you. They want to have an effect in your life. So we're not made to be their toys. We're not made to be a plaything for the devil. We're not made to be their toys. And so don't let them toy with you. Don't let them play with you. Don't let them scare you. They're the ones in trouble, because they're contrary to God. Stay with God in the Holy Spirit through Jesus Christ, and he will keep you. Don't be afraid of him. And even if you are afraid of him, which is natural, don't be controlled by the fear, because we have the power on our side.
Girl being alone, not knowing right from wrong, and the taste of hate was on my face. I was Satan's child, served him all the while. Then the love of God took his place.